Welcome to this moment of calm where we listen, we relax, and we drift away. Tonight, we find ourselves on a quiet road in the heart of the frontier. The rain falls in steady rhythm, the wind murmurs through the trees, and for a little while, time slows to a gentle pause. Close your eyes and picture it, standing by the roadside, the scent of rain in the air, the distant rumble of thunder on the horizon. The world feels vast yet peaceful as each raindrop dances upon the earth, weaving a soothing melody. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let the sound of the rain carry you into a state of pure tranquility. Now, let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a little Indian boy named Footsteps upon the water. His name came from the way he could run so fast and so softly, leaving only the faintest trace behind him. One day, while chasing a squirrel, Footsteps upon the water ran so far and wide that he lost sight of his home. He couldn't find his way back. The squirrel led him on a wild chase, darting through the forest until it finally disappeared into a hollow tree. Determined, the boy followed, but unlike the squirrel, he was too big to pass through. He wriggled and squirmed, but before he knew it, he was stuck inside the hollow tree. Days turned into nights. His father searched tirelessly, wandering through the forest under the light of many moons. His mother sat in their wigwam, weeping for her lost boy. Meanwhile, Footsteps upon the water shouted and pounded against the wood, hoping someone, anyone, would hear him. One morning, just as hope was slipping away, he heard a sound. Rap, rap, rap. A voice, sharp and shrill, called out, "Footsteps upon the water, are you there? Are you there?" Peering through a small gap in the tree, he saw a wrinkled, brown face with a fringe of arrows for a cap. It was Grandmother Porcupine, who had traveled for 3 days and nights because she heard his cries. "I've come to help you, little Footsteps upon the water," she said gently. She scratched and clawed at the tree's end with all her might, but it wasn't enough. "Wait here," she said. "I will bring my grandsons." Grandmother Porcupine scurried away to the old hemlock tree where her grandsons lived. Soon, she returned with 3 young porcupines, and together they scratched and gnawed at the tree until, at last, the little boy crawled out into the sunlight. The brightness made him squint. It had been so long since he'd seen the sun. Around him, he saw Grandmother Porcupine, her 3 grandsons, and other animals who had gathered, the old bear, the deer, and the wolf. Grandmother Porcupine spoke, her voice carrying both wisdom and care. "Who will be a mother to this little boy? I am too old to take care of him myself." "I will be his mother," said the wolf, stepping forward. But Grandmother Porcupine shook her head. "No, your teeth are too sharp." The deer offered next. "I will care for him." Again, Grandmother Porcupine refused. "You are always traveling. Your husband would carry little Footsteps upon the water on his back, and the boy would have no home during the cold winters." Finally, the bear spoke. "I will be his mother. I have a warm house in the rocks with plenty of food, berries, nuts, and honey to keep him happy and full." Grandmother Porcupine nodded approvingly. "Very well. But promise me your cubs will not teach him any rough tricks." And so, Footsteps upon the water went to live with Mother Bear in her cozy cave nestled in the rocks. Life in the bear's house was a joy for little footsteps upon the water. The cave had little rooms, just like a real house, and it was warm and safe. All summer long, he played with the bear cubs, tumbling through the forest and exploring the world around them. As the leaves turned gold and the air grew crisp, Mother Bear gathered her cubs and the little boy close. She told them, winter is coming. It's time to sleep. She tucked them all into their cozy beds, where they stayed warm and snug until spring returned. When the snow melted and the flowers bloomed, it was time for new adventures. Other bear families came to visit, often bringing exciting news. "We found a berry patch," they'd say. And off they'd go together, picking strawberries, blackberries, or gooseberries. Later in the season, chestnuts became the prize, and gathering them was the most fun of all. Through it all, Mother Bear taught them an important lesson. If you ever see a man with a bow and arrows, run. Stay far away. One day, a man came very close to the bear's house. Without hesitation, Mother Bear chased him away with a forked stick, scaring him off. The next day, he returned. This time, Mother Bear threw a bag of feathers at him, blinding him just long enough for the family to escape. But on the third day, the man came back once more. Mother Bear, carrying a bundle on her back, tried her best, chasing him with her stick and throwing feathers, but the man would not be deterred. He shot an arrow, and Mother Bear fell to the ground. "Oh, no!" cried Footsteps upon the water, rushing to her side. "My good Mother Bear, what a cruel man to hurt you." But when Footsteps upon the water looked closer, he realized something. The arrow had struck the bundle on Mother Bear's back, not her body. She was unharmed. Before they could rejoice, the man approached. Footsteps upon the water turned to face him, ready to protect his beloved Mother Bear. But then, the man dropped his bow and ran toward the boy, shouting with joy, "My little lost boy! My little lost boy!" It was Footsteps upon the water's father, who had been searching for him all this time. Tears filled the man's eyes as he embraced his son. Seeing the reunion, Mother Bear rose and gave a deep growl, not of anger, but of understanding. The father, realizing what kind and protective mother she had been to his son, bowed his head in gratitude. "I'm sorry for trying to hurt you," he said to Mother Bear. "You cared for my boy when I could not. Please, come to our wigwam as my guest. You and your cubs will always be welcome." And so, Footsteps upon the water returned home, where his mother cried tears of joy to see him again. Yet, he never forgot the kindness of Mother Bear. He often visited her cave, bringing gifts of honey and berries to show his gratitude. From that day on, Footsteps upon the water lived with the wisdom of two families, the one that raised him and the one that taught him the ways of the wild. And he never forgot the warmth of Mother Bear's embrace.